So can you see celiac trunk on the screen, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's clear, Hemalata?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, so celiac trunk, I don't think I need to give basics now, because in the morning class, like at 12:30 what I started, I told you celiac trunk is coming from the abdominal aorta right at the place where we have the aortic opening. Okay, so that is the origin. Now see here, this is the aortic hiatus. Immediately at the opening in the diaphragm, you are finding at the level of T12 vertebra, you are finding the celiac trunk. Okay, so now if you see the branches of abdominal aorta, as I told you, what are the branches of abdominal aorta? We have seen beta anteriorly, the unpaired ones we saw, like celiac trunk, superior mesenteric artery, inferior mesenteric artery. And the paired ones, the very first branch, what did I say? Inferior phrenic artery. Okay, isn't it? After that, I told you we have 4 pairs of lumbar arteries, and lower down we have median sacral artery coming from behind. We also have suprarenal arteries, below which we have renal arteries. Okay, so these are the branches which come from the abdominal aorta. Okay, the 3 major arteries which we are supposed to learn in detail from the blood vessels of the abdomen, we have to study about celiac trunk, superior and inferior. So I hope you all know pretty well, like the foregut derivatives are supplied by celiac trunk, midgut derivatives by superior mesenteric artery, hindgut derivatives by inferior mesenteric artery. Meghna, can you tell me what are the derivatives of foregut? Or we will ask Hansraj otherwise. Maybe you're tired after your presentation. Okay. Hansraj, what are the branches, what are the derivatives of foregut? Hemalata? What are the derivatives of foregut? जल्दी जल्दी डायग्राम देख के बोलो बेटा.
Liver,
stomach,
spleen.
Yeah, liver,
spleen. First and second part of duodenum.
Up to second
till the
part.
Major, till the major duodenal.
Yeah. Till the opening of the major duodenal papilla. Very good attention, Lokesh. Okay. Then after that, midgut derivatives. From here.
Third and fourth part, ileum, jejunum.
Ritika, you join us, but I've sent the link. Very good. Till ascending colon and right 2/3 of the
ascending colon.
Ascending colon and right 2/3 of
transverse
the
colon.
Very good. Then hindgut derivatives, Lokesh.
Left 1/3 of transverse colon, rectum.
It come in order,
descending.
beta. Left 1/3 of transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum. Okay.
Rectum.
Yeah. These are the derivatives of hindgut. Okay. Now let us discuss celiac trunk in detail. Okay. So celiac trunk is the short, thick trunk, and the length of celiac trunk is 1.25 centimeters. It is arising like in front of the aorta, just below the aortic opening in the diaphragm. That means at the junction of T12 and L1. So it passes horizontally forwards, and basically it has 3 branches. So what are the 3 branches you are finding? We'll see in the animated picture. Then we will come back to this picture. You see one branch is coming like this. So the name of this artery is left gastric artery. Okay. And the other branch is coming like this, which is this side we have liver, if you remember the previous pictures, isn't it? So this artery is going towards the liver. You call it as common hepatic artery. And this artery is going straight behind the stomach towards the spleen. You call it as splenic artery. Okay. So these are the 3 major arteries what we are finding from celiac trunk. Okay. Common hepatic artery, left gastric artery, and splenic artery. Now, see, from the common hepatic artery, you are finding it is bifurcating. One is going up and the other is coming down. The one which is coming down is gastroduodenal artery, and the one which is going towards liver is proper hepatic artery. Okay. Then you see, from the proper hepatic artery, you are finding one artery which is moving along the lesser curvature of the stomach. You call this as right gastric artery. Okay. we should be like, I'll tell you slowly, all the branches are very important. Now see here, the common hepatic artery, which has now moved as proper hepatic artery, is dividing into two branches. Towards the left lobe of liver, you will have left branch of hepatic artery. Towards the right lobe of liver, we will have right branch. The small branch you are finding is supplying the gallbladder. You call it as cystic artery. Okay. Now, the gastroduodenal artery is continuing its journey and it is giving one branch along the greater curvature of the stomach. You call it as right gastroepiploic artery. Okay. Now, the continuation of journey of the gastroduodenal artery lower down, you have superior pancreaticoduodenal artery. Okay. So this is when we were reading the blood supply of duodenum, we came across this word, superior pancreaticoduodenal artery. As Lokesh was telling us, above the major duodenal papilla, it is derived from foregut. Henceforth, it is supplied by the branches of celiac trunk. Below the major duodenal papilla, the duodenum, second part, third part, and fourth part will be supplied by inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery, which will be the branch of superior mesenteric artery. Okay. So now you are finding along the greater curvature, we know we have left gastroepiploic artery. From this picture, you can make out left gastroepiploic artery is a branch of which artery?
Splenic.
Very good. It's a branch of splenic artery. Okay. Now, apart from this, you can see the splenic artery is entering into the hilum of spleen and it is giving many small splenic branches. So, is this clear? I'll take this animation again so that to make you understand. That is very, very important. So from celiac trunk, what are the three major branches we have? One is left gastric artery. What is the second artery? Common hepatic artery. Very good. The third artery is splenic artery. Now let us see the branches coming from the common hepatic. Common hepatic is dividing into two. The inferior branch is gastroduodenal. The superior branch is proper hepatic. Okay. So from the proper hepatic, you are finding one artery which is moving along the lesser curvature of the stomach. You call this artery as right gastric artery. From the knowledge of the blood supply of stomach, which we have already studied, I told you, along the lesser curvature, we have the left gastric artery and the right gastric artery, which anastomose along lesser curvature of the stomach. Okay. When you see, this is the greater curvature of the stomach. Okay, before we go to the greater curvature, in this animation, we are seeing the continuation of the journey of this common hepatic. So common hepatic artery, which is now dividing into right branch and left branch. So the right branch is going towards the right lobe of liver and left branch is going towards the left lobe of the liver. So from the right branch, you have one more artery. What is the name of this artery? Cystic artery. I told you cystic artery is supplying?
Gallbladder.
Very good. Gallbladder. Nice. Very good attention. Okay. Now see here, gastroduodenal artery is moving along the greater curvature of the stomach and giving right gastroepiploic artery. Now, if you see one more branch of this gastroduodenal, which is moving towards the pancreas and duodenum, you call it as superior pancreaticoduodenal artery. Okay. There. Now you see here, splenic artery is giving so many branches towards the fundus of the stomach. You call it as short gastric artery. And you are finding one artery along the greater curvature of the stomach. From the splenic artery, you call it as left gastroepiploic artery. And entering into the hilum of spleen, we have splenic branches. If you understand this picture, most of our explanation is done better. This is very, very important. That's why I have repeated twice. Hope you understood, Meghana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. So now see, this is actually old Chaurasia's picture what we have here. Okay. So this is the celiac trunk. Okay, so this small artery, which is the smallest branch coming from the celiac trunk, is left gastric artery. This is the splenic artery, which actually goes behind the stomach. Okay, and it is entering into the hilum of spleen to give splenic branches. These are all short gastric arteries which are moving towards the fundus. This is the left gastroepiploic artery coming from splenic. Now to continue the journey of this common hepatic, it continues as proper hepatic. From proper hepatic, you will see the common hepatic divides into proper hepatic and gastroduodenal. Gastroduodenal further divides into two: superior pancreatico-duodenal and right gastroepiploic. Okay, so the proper hepatic divides into right hepatic, and left hepatic. From the right hepatic, you will have cystic artery which supplies the gallbladder. So this picture I want everybody to learn. Okay, now we will see like systematically. This is the left gastric artery which is moving along the lesser curvature, and splenic artery is you have short gastric vessels, then left gastroepiploic artery. These are the branches. It also gives pancreatic arteries. Actually, in this picture, it was there. Because if you remember, behind the stomach, we have pancreas. When we have studied lesser sac and all, I told you behind the stomach we have pancreas, and this artery is arteria pancreatica magna. Okay, this I didn't tell you the details, but because we have pancreas here, you have pancreatic branches coming from there. I will elaborate when I take pancreas. Okay, so we know this is the common hepatic, which further divides into proper hepatic. CP, you remember like that, it becomes CC. Common hepatic, proper hepatic. Okay, and gastroduodenal. These are the branches coming from common hepatic. Okay, so from the hepatic artery proper only, you have seen one artery coming down like this and running along the lesser curvature of the stomach. You call it as right gastric artery. Okay, so this is actually the true picture what you see in the dissection hall. So here you are finding the gallbladder. Actually, this is the abdominal aorta. Okay, then we will have the celiac trunk. From here it is coming the celiac trunk. What are the various branches you have from the celiac trunk? This is left gastric, which is moving along the lesser curvature, left gastric artery. Splenic artery will be going inside, running straight. Okay, then this is the common hepatic artery. Common hepatic artery will further go and it forms the proper hepatic. This is left hepatic artery, right hepatic artery. It gives, just a minute, beta. I think I need to find some charger.